What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Lacey. I'm a UX designer and freelancer full-time, figuring it out so you don't have to. And today I want to share with you my 5-step framework to deciding which bootcamp to take. The first step you're going to take in this process is doing an initial search. I guarantee you there are a lot out there and you will get overwhelmed. But that is why I'm here, and I'm going to share exactly how to not get overwhelmed. Most of these boot camps are very similar. They're all going to be showing you the UX fundamental frameworks that you can expect, like the double diamond method. They're going to show you through readings, tutorials, and articles about how UX fits into the real world and how you can use it in your designs. Now, the next question, which is assessing my constraints. For me, in my situation, the most important things to me were my budget and my time frame. My constraints with my budget were simple. I wanted to make sure I could pay in installments, and I didn't want to pull on my credit in any way. Now, my timeline was pretty broad. I accepted the fact that I wasn't going to be a designer making money in 3 months. Like a lot of the boot camps out there, like they say to you, oh, become a designer in 3 months and start making $95,000 a year. What planet?
I'm not sure I understand.
What planet are you on? I mean, unless you are a very, very big exception, you're likely not going to get a job before or right when you finish your 3-month boot camp because you're not an expert yet, and that's fine. So my huge constraints were my budget and my time frame. Most of the time you can decide between a full-time boot camp and a part-time boot camp. Take what you will. I had a full-time job, and so I needed something that was part-time. Number 3, finding their unique value proposition. This is so important. What boot camp is set apart for you? What do you feel like this bootcamp does differently that the other one doesn't? Whether it's a $5,000 bootcamp or a $20,000 bootcamp, it doesn't matter. Maybe you find more value in the smaller bootcamp that doesn't have as many reviews and is less money than you do in one that costs $20,000 with the most advanced technology. The unique value proposition is the juicy part, because this is how you leverage and figure out what you want. You can apply this framework to anything. You want to find their unique value proposition. Does it align with yours? How can you leverage theirs with you, yourself? This is exactly how I narrowed my search. So it brought me down from hundreds of different boot camps to about 4 or 5. My non-negotiables in this case were I wanted live classes and I also wanted real client work. So a real client project means that the boot camp will find a client that has a real business and they'll come to us and they will have a specific design project for us to work on. This was so important for me because I didn't want to be the designer that has just 3 case studies of all made up work. I wanted something real and tangible. I wanted to be able to test it. And I really wanted live classes, and a lot of people don't like live, but I love it because I know I need the structure. I know what it was like when I was in college and I had online classes versus in-person classes. I learned so much more from my in-person classes because I forced me to go every day, forced me to give my full attention. I couldn't just surf the web. So that's exactly what I needed. I needed the structure to pull me through after a long day of work. To narrow down my search to 3 exciting parties: Avo Academy, Coding Dojo, and Begin X. Also Springboard, but I kind of just did that one just because. Step number 4 in the process is testing. We're gonna go through and actually interview with these people and see what they have to say. And let me tell you, they don't have much to say. Well, I take that back. One of them didn't have a lot to say, and I'm not gonna point fingers, but I did get on a call with them and I was like, hey, I'm really interested in this boot camp and I saw that you offer this, this, and this. Very specific things to the program, and the person is crickets on the other line. She's like, yeah, so we can do that for you. And it just showed me that she was just a salesman. A lot of them are just salespeople and they're trained to sell the product to you, which is the boot camp. They want to make money, and I get that. But come on, at least train your people to know what they're talking about. Because I guarantee you they'd get more sales if they just had better education on what their product could offer your potential student. So anyways, then I did a take-home assignment for another boot camp, and it's the smaller one, which is Begin X, and that was amazing. I learned so much, and that right there, I was like, this is the boot camp I want, because I talked to the guy, the founder, for so long. He was amazing, but in the long run, he told me, you know, we really want you, but it's gonna be in the next, you're gonna go in the next cohort. And I was like, oh, I don't want to wait that long. I want to do it now. I want to start now. So I ended up going with Coding Dojo after I interviewed. I will tell you what I think later. If you want to know what I thought about my bootcamp experience at Coding Dojo, let me know, and I am happy to share it with you. Moving on. Step number 5. This is your final step in your bootcamp search process. Very important. Verifying your results. I wrote pros and cons lists for each and every bootcamp. I did deep dive research and reviews on, was this worth it? What did people think? I watched countless videos on YouTube, and to my surprise, there weren't a lot on Coding Dojo, but that's okay. I had it in my gut. I knew that I wanted to do it. That is my 5-step framework for deciding which bootcamp you want to take. I guarantee that you will come out of this not regretting your decision. Whether it's to be in a bootcamp or not, I know that this framework works. So you should try it. And if you do, if you try out this framework, let me know. I would love to hear from you. Until next time.